Well, good morning, everyone. This is Austin back at you again with the Gratitude Manifesto. This is the Sunday edition, and I am so happy to be here and to be hosting this incredible show. We are 27 days in, and I want to honor you. I really and truly do. And whether you're clicking on this for the first time, whether you've been tracking along with me the entire time, I want to say hello, and I want to say I'm grateful for you joining me this morning. Take that moment to honor yourself. Some of you have been up for hours. Some of you are like, well, this is early on a Sunday, but you know what? You're here, and you might be on the playback, but I'm glad you're here. We're going to keep the show on track. This is day number 27. I have another great quote for you today, and I'm going to open it up. I'm going to grab your shares. We're going to talk about the definition of gratitude. We're going to share that quote. And so here's what I want to ask you to really set the stage here. What are you most grateful for when it comes to nature? What are you most grateful for when it comes to nature? So I want you to think about that, let that marinate. And I'm going to get into the show. We've been hitting this every morning. We're going to hit the definition of gratitude. I got another quote for you today, and I have a special guest for you today. So the first thing I want to tell you is that gratitude can change your life. And as we talked about every morning with the Harvard study, when you practice gratitude for 21 days, the residual impact lasts for 6 months, according to a Harvard study. It increases morale at work. You feel more positive. It literally increases your willpower. And I want to give you a little special thing here. The next couple days, because we're going to wrap this up in the next couple days, there's even more, which we're going to share to wrap this up. It even goes deeper. But if you're just joining, what we're going to do is every expression of gratitude, every quote goes into a gratitude manifesto. And we're going to make that available in our private community. We're going to have a playlist of all the videos, all the incredible guests that we've had on, and every one of them have been amazing in their own way. So if you click on the link that Mandy put in the chat box there, the 9q.yourflashpoint.com, you put in your name and email, you'll get an email. Just check all your folders, junk, clutter, spam, and there's a link to request to join our private community. And at the end, when this is all done, we're not sure when we're ending, probably sometime next week, you are going to have the opportunity to get this gratitude manifesto. And we have another special thing we're going to do on top of that, which is going to be a keepsake for you to always be thinking about gratitude. All right, here we go. Let's keep the show on the track. Let me get the definition of gratitude right now. Let's share that. Let me know how you're doing this morning. And what are you grateful for in nature? That's what we're focusing on today. What in nature are you grateful for? All right, here's the definition. There it is again. And I always think of Stephen Covey, to know and not to do is not to know, right? So it's not just a logical checkbox. We're developing the quality of, you are developing the quality of every day. You're cultivating the readiness to go into your day and just grab those moments. You know, there's a bird. I don't know. There's the sunrise. Yesterday, I'm looking at the sunset. I'm like, wow, just those things, those moments that are precious. It's the readiness to, and we talk about kindness every day. That act of kindness that you even witness changes your biochemistry. It's a beautiful process. So let's keep it going. I want to grab the quote for you today, which it's going to be right in line with what we're talking about. Here it is. Nature's beauty is a gift that cultivates gratitude and appreciation. So I'm going to grab your shares, and then we're going to bring on our special guest today. I hope you're excited. All right. I love the show appreciation. I'm grateful to see the sugar coating of snow. That's right. We have snow. Good morning. I love the new background. I'm listening only so it doesn't freeze up on me. Beautiful. Thank Michael. Glad you're here, brother. Incredible show yesterday. People are still talking about that. What an incredible expression of gratitude. The ability to align with every living thing and find our internal peace. Finding our oneness with all things will allow us to release attachment and find our wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Good morning, Mandy. The fresh feeling of peace, serenity, the grace extended to me as a human, the love that fills my heart and soul when I'm existing with the handiwork of my creator. All right. So today's special guest coming from another part of the United States. Full transparency, I just met her. So this is going to be a lot of fun and we're going to see what comes up. So I'm going to just check in. If you can give me a thumbs up, are you ready? She's ready. All right, here we go. Dr. Nicole, welcome to our show.
Hi, good morning.
So good to see you. How are you?
Really great.
I would love for you to check in with your location and what time it is for you, because I think that's interesting.
Yeah, it's Phoenix, Arizona, and it's about 6 a.m.
6 a.m, and you're up. You look radiant. So we're glad to have you with us and have your presence with us today.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm headed to Sedona to do some hiking today. So perfect.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Nature gratitude morning for us.
I love that. I was in Sedona last year. It's such a special place, and I'm definitely eager to go back there. What particular place are you headed to in Sedona?
That we're going to try to find some photo op type ones. So we're going to go to the Keyhole, which is a little bit of a hidden one through Boynton. And then I've never done Cathedral. So we're going to do Cathedral, and we might be able to fit another short one in. Haven't quite decided. It depends on traffic and, all that timing wise.
Cathedral Rock. I believe that's the one where if you go to the other side, there's a river that runs through, because I was there. Fantastic. Well, I would love to get your photos. Oh my goodness, that's
Absolutely.
So cool. This is perfect. Like, we're talking about nature, and you're going to Sedona, like one of the epicenters of experiencing nature. Wow,
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah, I just learned that the why that the vortexes there are so powerful is because of all the iron in the soil. So it has a lot of magnetic volatility. That's where it creates the torsion of the trees, and where people feel the emotional changes or the healing power of the rocks. And I found that quite interesting.
Wow, what a great share. And that's where the triple whammy maybe comes in. Triple whammy.
I mean, I've heard it like sports. I said maybe like
no. So the triple whammy about Sedona is if you go to Sedona, if you've never, let's say you're not from the West,
okay,
travel to Sedona. They say that when you visit Sedona, you want to change your job, your relationship, and where you live.
I wouldn't doubt that. It's magical.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Well, we're so glad to have you here today. So what did you think about today's quote?
I think it was beautiful. I really appreciate, I'm also a fellow gratitude connoisseur of all things. And so, yeah, having an attitude of gratitude is transformative. That saying that happiness is a choice, it is through habits, and we are the definition of our habits. And so if you can choose to adapt gratitude as your way of being, it permeates all aspects of your reality that literally can change your brain neurologically. And I think it's beautiful. And I think that quote just summons it up so wonderfully.
And actually, gratitude is the reason why you're here today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I saw your posts. I was like, wait a second. I was like, every post you was like about gratitude. I'm like, wait a second, we got to connect.
I decided in November I was going to do that. The holidays can be such a different experience for each individual. And I'm sure we've all had times in our lives where we've had great times, or times where we found ourselves completely alone, and the world stops, things close down, and you're forced to sort of feel your feelings. And when you're in that space, a lot of different things can bubble to the surface, and we do have our ability to have control of that and to be able to choose what we focus on. You can't always choose what pops up because that's what emotions do, but you can decide what you do with those and which ones you hold on to, and you can even make ones that aren't there. And I feel like gratitude, I say gratitude, like unconditional love is the currency of the universe, and gratitude is the bridge that gets you there to where you have an
Oh, wow. Say that again. I want to get somebody to type that in. Is that your
No,
quote?
yeah. I just made it up. I just said,
Beautiful. You're speaking my language.
yeah,
If you could say that again before, let's
yeah,
capture that.
yes. Unconditional love is the currency of the universe, and gratitude is the bridge that gets you there.
Wow.
So then you're able to really, step into that space and walk that path. But we have to be able to understand the language, and that is the best way to get you there.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Before I we're going to end somewhere around quarter after the hour, but before I just want people to know who you are, because I did research, and I'd love for people to know you're just a quick, maybe.
Yeah, I'm a holistic doctor. I'm a holistic doctor that found myself really wanting to understand why people were in the situation they were with their health and how the best that I can serve them. And what I found, it was mindset. It was how we thought and the habits that we are and what we became that got us where we're at. And it was our attachment to our behaviors that typically get people into a place where they're seeking out a doctor to feel better and to get better. So if I really wanted to affect a long-term change, I needed to be able to crawl inside of people's heads and hearts and help them see their reality with a little bit more opportunity to control it, not in a way of discipline. And discipline is sometimes can feel like a punishment, but really it's a gift. And so I was able to, that's where I became obsessed with. And I found that when we can shift it from what we can't do or where we're not to where we are and being grateful for it, it just naturally happens effortlessly. So I became obsessed with understanding that, and gratitude seemed to be the best thing. And the clinic started exploding, people's health started improving, and it really shifted people's mindsets. And so I just decided I'm going to be that vessel and intentionalize it. So I just decided to start posting gratitude videos every day. And then that's when you popped into my space.
Wow. Give Dr. Nicole some love, everyone. Let her know how you're feeling about this. And what we're going to do, we're going to grab some of your shares, and then I'm going to get to the heart and maybe find out what Dr. Nicole is grateful for. It could be this morning, this afternoon, but let me grab your shares first. We got some great ones here. Carrie, this is amazing. Your biography creates your biology. I've never heard that before. Wow.
I like it.
That's powerful. And here we go. This is Dr. Nicole's quote. The unconditional love is the currency of the universe, and gratitude is the bridge that gets you there. That's a gem. That is a gem. We have to do something with that one. Discipline is reproving. It shows us the right oaths to take. Wow. Some great ones here. To let go and let God is a vital artery of life and love. Beautiful. Mandy's, you're saying you're in great company with an attitude of gratitude that raises the altitude.
I like
Beautiful. That. Carrie's giving you a welcome. And Mandy's saying, wow, Cathedral. Mandy loves that area. I know that. The Grand Canyon. So we got a lot of great shares here today. And hey, Carmen, I'm glad you're here. I'm grateful for life, health, and strength. So good. Thanks for showing up. And good morning, Anilda. I see you're on here. It looks like you tried to quote something, but I don't see anything. But we're glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, everyone. So before I transition, what in nature are you grateful for? We're talking about nature. It really came up as a theme here. Is there something in nature that you're grateful for? Maybe if you're not, maybe that's the call today. It's the tap on the shoulder. Hey, get outside and see what you can find out there. And I know that you're going to find something great. All right, Dr. Nicole, what are you grateful for? What are you most grateful for?
I'm grateful that this world is so beautiful. I think when you're conditioned to see something on a daily basis, it's just natural. It's just, if it's abundant, then we see it less as a privilege or I'm not quite sure if I can find my words for it, but we'll take it for granted. Um, Growing up in Nebraska, the sunsets were amazing. And then I moved throughout the country, and I realized that not everyone has the gift of amazing sunsets. And I longed for them. And so then moving to Arizona, I was able to have that. And so it's those little things you don't think about. And so nature is a piece of art, and it is so the way it smells, the way it feels, the way like
Yes.
it captures all of the senses. And when was trying to study like brain function and like I said, human conditioning and all that stuff, there's a flow state that you can get in, and your biochemistry changes when you're in that flow state. So artists, musicians, athletes, and beautiful scenery gets you there instantly. It changes your brain's biorhythms, and
Oh,
you
thank
start
you
to
for that.
connect with like the waves of the earth and like all of it. And neurologically, hiking, like we're designed to climb. And so it's literally the perfect match for us as humans. And the more that we can get our bodies connected to that and away from this like sort of Rubik's Cube way of living, then the healthier we are. Our genetics change, our mind change, our thought changes, our biochemistry, our brain rhythms changes, and it's healing. It's so healing.
It
So
it
bit of a
so
ramble,
is.
but I love it.
It's so as you're speaking my language, and we talk about this all the time, just getting outside, and I love the way you express that, and you love the beauty of this natural world that we get to experience, no matter where we are. There's somewhere you can find it. I hope that's true for you. I know it is. If you get outside, you can definitely do it. So this has been amazing, a great time here. I'm just going to share again. If you want to get all the reflections that we're sharing over the past 27 days, we're going to end up somewhere around 30 something days. Not sure yet. Probably close it out next week. We're going to get every quote, every expression of gratitude, every person going into a manifesto. You can get access to that in our private community by just clicking on the link. It's the 9q.yourflashpoint.com that you'll get the 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs, talking about getting into that psyche there. And then
Mhm.
you'll be invited into our private community. Based on the way email is, I need to ask you to check all your email folders for now. Get that email, click that link, join our private community. I know it'll absolutely have an impact on your life, and it's complimentary. And as we close out this week, I just want to let you know we have a couple other surprises planned for you that are going to allow you to even go deeper into gratitude. And some of these things you may not have heard before, because I just learned a couple of them, and we're going to be sharing those over the upcoming days, probably on the last day. So stay tuned for that. At this point, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Dr. Nicole, I'm going to ask you to hang in there with me so we can chat after. And I just want to say, everyone, God bless you. We love you. Have a great day. Get outside and be grateful for your surroundings. Bye, everyone.